President William Ruto has billed the African Continental Free Trade Area as decisive in repositioning Africa if implemented. The president, who spoke when he chaired the inaugural committee meeting of heads of state and government on the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area in Addis Ababa, further advocated for measures to buffer the continent from shocks caused by global trade tariffs. With that report is Ayub Abdikadir.
The president's advocacy for a move from negotiation to implementation to benefit the continent's 1.4 billion people comes in the midst of shifting trade policies and ties. The head of state stressing on the combination of a rapidly growing population, technological advancement and ever-expanding regional trade blocs as vantage points for Africa.
Africa's private sector already accounts for the majority of production, investment, credit uptake and employment across our economies. Its full participation is therefore indispensable to the success of this agreement.
Touting the continent's private sector, President William Ruto called for fostering of relations to strengthen Africa's vast market as competitive and resilient trading bloc, calling for special attention to micro, small and medium enterprises, which he added anchors the African market in the absorption of jobs and helping against global shocks.
As chair of this subcommittee, I assure you of my full commitment to working closely with fellow heads of state and government and the Secretariat, including the regional communities and the private sector, to translate this agreement into real economic opportunities for our citizens.
The president saying the continent's potential requires urgency in increasing intra-African trade, which he added bears all the likelihood of giving Africa an edge over its peers as the next frontier for global commerce.
Many of these enterprises are ready to expand beyond national borders and take advantage of continental market access. In reference to Kenya again, close to 80% of all Kenyans employed are employed in the micro, small and medium enterprise sector.
And while President William Ruto's call for an African market forms part of Agenda 2063, his address during the 39th ordinary session of the Assembly of Heads of State and Government of the African Union comes against the backdrop of trade tensions and changing geopolitics, with calls for a well-governed Africa mounting. Ayub Abdikadir, Citizen TV.